So I said I'll give you a midwife update if anything interesting happens. Yay! I did not get a stretch and sweep, but she explained what one was, which was quite good. She tried to put me in for a stretch and sweep at 40 weeks, but my midwife is full for that week, so I can't have one, which hopefully means that on the 7th, if they doesn't come by then, they'll be able to do something about it. I did ask her, because they did say, obviously, you've got to bring in all your stuff on the 7th, and she said, yeah, they'll take you down for a C-section. I was like, but I don't want a C-section, so they have to do something to get this baby out, because I'm not having a C-section. And so everything went well, blood pressure was fine, my pee was fine, she would lie down on the couch, was fine, baby's heartbeat was fine, and she measured the baby, and then she measured the baby again. And then she was fiddling with my belly and informed me that the baby is back to back. So that's where the killer backache is coming from, is a little rat bag on my back. And then she measured the baby again. And then she said, right, up you jump. And I was like, oh, cool, everything's fine. And then she said, I've got to book you in for a scan. I was like, what? No. Baby is still only measuring at 36 weeks, which is the same as what it was 2 weeks ago. Obviously, I guess they give you a leeway of what you can be. But baby is still measuring at 36 weeks, and like I said before, it was a different midwife than normal, so I'm not overly bothered by it, because, you know, it could be just because it's a different midwife, but I've got a really bad arm-ache. But I'm a bit worried, because obviously I had that bleed, and I was a bit worried that it'd be, they'd never checked the placenta or anything like that, so I am a bit worried that it's the placenta-ness, and that if I go in and the baby actually hasn't grown much, that they're going to put me in for a C-section, and although it would be good, be best for baby, I don't want a C-section. I don't want to not be able to drive for 6 weeks, and not being able to look after Edward properly for 6 weeks. So if this comes to it, and you know, it comes to me having to have this stupid scan and baby hasn't grown, I'm going to tell them there and then that they need to start doing stuff. I want them to start stretching things and trying to start me off naturally. If they can't give me any of these stupid hormones things because it might rip my scar, they need to start stretching and try and pop in, because I'm not being funny. If the best way of getting this baby out if what's best for this baby is to get this baby out, I kind of want them to start trying to get things moving, because. And I know it sounds really horrible because I don't want to have a cesarean again. I mean, at the beginning I wasn't sure on what I was going to do. And after thinking about it and stuff, and although now I'm not bothered if I have to have a cesarean, I have to. My reasoning for not wanting one before is that I have to drive 20 minutes to get Edward to school through traffic in the morning. And I mean, if baby decides to come now, I'm not bothered if it has to come by cesarean, because he starts a new school after the Easter holiday. So, we were waiting on that information to see whether he would get in or not. And now that he has got in, I'm not really fussed on how baby comes out. But I think in the long run it'd be nicer for both of us if I could have a natural, because I'm going to be able to bounce back and be able to play with Edward properly, get on with stuff properly, and be be the best of mums I can be. I don't want to have a cesarean and be achy again and be in so much pain afterwards. Oh, and I don't want them bloody injections again. 6 weeks of them, I think I'll go insane. Right, I've let you know what's going on. I'll let you know what happens at the scan when I hear back from them and they let me know when I've been booked in for it. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.